meanwhile, the Baylor women will also see some of those partisan crowds as they will play Iowa State on Friday night in the Big 12 tournament. Didn't get a great draw there on our game time, John. I'm afraid that one probably won't start at 7:30, but so the Bears and the Cyclones split the regular season series. Baylor had a big win up in Ames. And then, as Baylor fans probably will recall, when Iowa State came to Waco, that was a double overtime game that Baylor just couldn't hang on to. They had their chances for sure. So, in your mind, what do the Bears need to do to beat Iowa State? And how far are they going?
I think it's tough for them too. They probably won't bring as many fans, Iowa State women, but it'll still be a significant home court advantage. But then again, the Bears beat them up there, one of their best games of the year. I probably don't know the teams well enough to know the matchups, but obviously Baylor's going to have to play more like they did against Texas than they did against West Virginia.
Right.
Yeah. What do you think?
Well, just very similar to the Baylor men. I thought Saturday, senior day, was pretty perplexing. Mm-hmm. Baylor, had won 3 in a row coming into the day. It looked like, they were building some momentum. Big win in Austin. We talked about that one. But, and, not to take anything away from West Virginia and the way they played, but it just felt like Baylor was a little flat, maybe not having the same kind of energy. And that's really been a problem at home for the Bears, this team. So does that bode well for them going to KC and then on the road in the NCAA tournament? It might. I mean, they certainly play better outside of Waco, it seems. I can't explain it. And I mean, think about the two biggest crowds they've seen all year. They were at Hilton Coliseum, which they won, and they were down in Austin. Both of them were 10,000 plus crowds. And I do feel like Iowa State's going to have a pretty good contingent there because it'll be some of the same fans that are just going to the men's game. So, it's going to be tough. They need to make Ashley Jones a volume scorer, a volume shooter. Like, she's going to get her points. She's the best player in the Big 12 in terms of just all around. And she's going to get 20 plus. That's just what she does. But if you can make it 20 points on 24 shots, that's better for you than if she goes, 8 of 12. I mean, right. That's, and they've kind of done that against her. They've defended her pretty well. The problem this last time in Waco was, missed free throws, missed opportunities, turnovers at the wrong time, little things like, I believe hope I'm not getting my overtime games mixed up. Oklahoma and Iowa State, Baylor had OT games against both of them. But if I recall, Jamie Asbury had a couple free throws at the end of regulation that would have won the game for Baylor and just missed them, So, and they were 1 of 9 the other day against West Virginia free throw shooting wise. And it was the difference in the game.
Gosh.
So,
how do you do that?
I don't know, but they've got guards who miss free throws, and that's baffling too. So they've got to pick it up in the free throw shooting department. And Nikki Collins said that even though they haven't been great at free throw shooting all year long, they were better in the Big 12 conference. I haven't looked that up to see if she was accurate, but I'd like to see what their percentage was. So she just thought it was kind of an aberration, but I bet they're shooting a lot of free throws this week. Put it that way.